it for America or something.
Yeah, God bless America.
Okay, and he's off. That was it. Instant Twister, guys. They are going to be getting going right now here. It is the best of three. Last game of the day. And who is going to take it? If Ince takes the game, he will go through. And I'm just flicking around maniacally looking for someone to watch. And I'm going to be watching Ince first. Is this his map pick? And can he conjure anything special here? It looks like Ince realized that the Twister went over to Mega Room. He's like, I'm going to try and take Rail, but Twister's got that covered nicely. And yes, and Ince actually bursting through, looking to secure this red armor. Twister just dropped down. We got 2 seconds left till it spawns. There it is. Ince is going to be up. No, he can't get it. Twister pulls the move on him. And now Ince is in a lot of trouble. He's vulnerable to a rail, but I don't know. Twister not using it at all. There's an LG from the high ground. Twister going over. He's going to be able to take away that Mega, but he was punished fairly considerably. And I think Twister's going to be looking good for first frag here. Ince is just trying to listen now. Can I hear red getting taken? Answer is yes. And finally he's going to be able to get a rail. So I mean, first blood hasn't been spilled yet, so despite Ince working with no items at all, he's doing fairly well not to have died just yet, but it looks like it's going to change now. He's going to get a yellow, but this is going to be it for him. Twister goes into the water. What the hell? And the rocket just before he goes through the teleporter. Twister gets the first kill. Let's see, maybe it's going to be another one very quickly. Ince getting a little bit of plasma damage. He picked up red as well, I believe. What does it matter when Twister's picking up everything else on the map? Dropping down, yellow, perfect rotation just as it was spawning. And 5 seconds to go. Twister can just bully his way onto red armor. Yeah, and that was it. Final bolt of lightning. Ince was just clawing the floor trying to get that red before he died. And now 3-0 straight off the spawn. Ince just running into his face. And well, I mean, it was a 1 minute of silence basically, and then the second minute has been a Twister ripping a new one into Ince. Is this going to be a good double back from Twister? Oh, what? Ince is facing the wrong way. He's not even listening. Well, maybe his sound cues are just confusing me a bit. Nice move here by Twister, going for Mega first. He's going to be able to get red as well. He can just leave Ince standing. And Ince is just like, for God's sake, just finish me off. Right off the spawn, rocket connects, but that'll only be a couple of points of damage. Alright, Ince is in trouble on his map pick. A lot of trouble. And, well, he's just going down continuously. And with the laughs coming out, has Ince lost his focus. Alright, Twister just wants to push in. Not giving a damn anymore. And Ince just delaying going up that bounce pad. So we've got Mega being taken. Twister's going to read that has happened. Let's have a look how many items in. 1 red, 2 yellows, 2 Megas picked up by Ince. The rest of them, of course, going to Twister. Let's have a look at some accuracies. 50% rail we have for the time being. There's a good shot there by Ince. Twister going to drop down. Smart of him to wait and leave up that yellow armor. But now he can still keep himself on a strong stack. Nice brick rail as well. And the second one is going to hit. And we've got the dots coming out from Ince. He is not happy about the rails that Twister is landing. And Twister looks like he's going to be about to pick up that Mega health. A rocket through a teleporter. Perfect follow-up. Well, Twister getting destroyed here. Sorry, Ince getting destroyed here. I don't know what Ince can do at the moment. Okay, sure, if you can hit all the plasma in the world, maybe that'll help. But swiftly just goes down to a nice spam rocket by Twister. This is harsh times, and usually on this map you expect Ince to be putting on a crazy show. But it's just not been happening. Another direct rocket could have got him the kill, but it's going to be double digits instead for Twister. A good performance from him so far. It's been shabby from Ince. We'll have to shout at him a bit later on. He does get himself a red, but look how little he's hitting. I'm going to go over. I'm going to have a look. 12%. 22%. His rail accuracy just doubled during that time. I'm going to watch him a little bit longer. We've got more dots coming out from him. And I don't... Does he know what he's going to do? Does he have a plan at all to come back? 11 frags. Okay, on paper he can do this because Twister gained 11 frags in this amount of time. But is he going to give away that many? Very, very unlikely. This is really like the final hurrah. And again, he sees Twister 1 rail for 2. And that is going to suit Twister a lot more than it suits Ince. The algae is really potent, one might say. Right, Ince's algae. But Twister's just got the stack. He's got everything else. 58%. Oh, the rocket, who almost killed himself just then. He's desperately hoping that this 50 health bubble is up. And a second until Mega. Nicely cleaned up by Twister. I'm just reading you guys in chat. Nice. Oh, good rocket here by Twister. Got to be careful. He's going to be able to get onto red. He's missing a lot of shots at the moment. He could just switch over to the lightning gun, pick up the kill easily. He does do that in the end. Surprised he didn't do that earlier. And I think Ince is now feeling that this game has slipped away from control a little bit. I gotta say, I'm gonna call GG. That's it, 5 impressives, and Ince, he doesn't usually like to forfeit, so we might see a little bit of garbage time going on. 14-0, Ince has got a mountain to climb in this series. But you know, Twister did it against Sparty. He got crushed in map 1 and then proceeded to play an incredible map 2 and 3. Well, that's the thing, his momentum hasn't really stopped. He's just been taking names since then. And really, the fact that Twister's getting all the items isn't helping Bruno much at all. We should be getting one more. Ince being made to look like a bit of a weakling right now. And this should be an easy kill. Twister going for a very opportunistic air rocket. It's okay, he can set up now for that red instead. Oh, Twister dropped on him. We've got a couple of seconds remaining until it spawns, but nope, nothing going to happen there. Twister just going to push this lead further and further forward. And I don't think Twister's really worried anymore. Maybe when you're like 8-0, you're like, okay, I've got a great lead, but I need to hold on to it. I can't let it slip because, you know, 8-0, well, 8 frags is something that can disappear over 4 or 5 minutes quite easily. About 15-0, 2 minutes left. Twister's just looking forward to map number 2 by now. And possibly thinking about how he's going to be able to pull off the same tricks on Toxicity, I believe, the one that was picked. And these guys play each other a lot, so Toxicity could end up being quite a blast unless Twister just completely man-modes all of it and destroys him. And it's like we have suddenly had a surge of viewers coming in from Twitch, guys, so welcome to the stream. This is the 125 FPS August League on Quake Live. These players playing for a spot in the playoffs, which are going to be happening next week. We do get quite the 125 FPS action happening basically day in, day out during the week. Instead managing to get himself a kill eventually. And a little... I hesitate to call that an air rocket because it was splash, but meh. And tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central European summertime, for about midday for you Americans, it's going to be the next group where there are going to be a load more of the top players in Quake Live competing for a spot in the playoffs. Top 3 of each group go to the playoffs. Top number 1 gets to the quarterfinals. Number 2 and 3 go to a round of 12 stage where they play for a spot in the quarterfinals against someone from a different group. And a lot of you may not have seen Quake before. Time, as you see on the left, not visible by the players. And I know you regular people are going to be used to hearing that, but you've got to say it. make sure everyone is completely aware. Ince does get one more kill, but with a few seconds left, it's not going to matter whatsoever. The 10-minute time limit taking its toll on this small Portuguese person. Trying to get a nice bit of plasma at the end. Is it going to be enough? Switches to LG, gets one more. I don't know if that'll make him feel too happy after still being behind by a considerable amount of frags. But GG nonetheless, Twister wins 17-4. And well, we are going to be going over to Toxicity next to see how they are going to resolve this. It's going to be the last game of the last game of the day, guys. If you are enjoying the stream, do hit that follow button on the Twitch channel. My name is Zoot. You can check out all the social media that's down here at the bottom left of your screen as well. Ince, he's playing at the moment, but he's also my co-commentator. Maybe he should spend less time casting and more time playing if we want to see him avoid scores like 17-3 or 4 or whatever it was in the end. But still another map to prove himself. You can always check out the VODs, because that may have been a bad example of how Ince has been playing today. There are some much better examples I'm sure people in chat would be happy to tell you about. So, we are getting onto the map right now. I'm just going to update the scores, and we are going to be ready to go. Twister has readied up. Ince is going to be prepared to go in just a moment. And Twister's been playing all of his games back-to-back. He turned up late for the group stage. And, well, this could possibly be the last one. And then he can breathe a sigh of relief. Going into game, Ince versus Twister. Match point for Twister. And let's check him out, as he's going to be getting a lower yellow first. This is a very, very fast map. And Twister looking to get both yellows. But his rocket jump went a little bit wonky then. He might just have to go back and settle with Mega, which... not as pretty as it was before, as Ince hit a very nice rail. But Twister gets the rail himself, and now he's going to land a shot immediately. A little bit of LG damage by Ince, and Twister getting a little bit confused as well as to where he is. Does Ince want to drop for that red? It could be a bit of a risk. He makes it down, but 2 rails in return now, and Twister looking for another. Only saw maybe a slither of his hairline then. A good rocket again. We should see first blood, but Ince turns it around. He had a little bit more health left. He could take those 2 direct rockets. The thing is, how long can he keep this going for? Because he has no armor whatsoever. But Twister giving him the respect, allowing him to get on this. What? He got red, but the rocket hit him in the end. And Ince can do nothing but laugh about that. He couldn't even get the rocket. And Twister, all of a sudden, making a complete fool out of Ince. A nice rail here by Twister, but Mega's not up for a couple of seconds. This should be another easy one to clean up. Good job, we got the dots by Ince. And I think missed time there. He's not happy about. Nice move here by Twister, getting the turn on him. Got position on red. On top of that, he even got the kill. And right off the spawn, he might be able to land a nice bit of damage, but misses the rail shot. Unfortunately for him, but still in good control. Wow, Twister's not content at missing these shots that he never dreams of missing usually. 8 health remaining. He's got no more rail slugs left. He's going to have to back away. Unfortunately for him, he managed to sneak his way onto the Mega. Oh wow, the rocket, absolutely majestic. It just looks so smooth executing that one. Ince with the rocket, he's trying to get onto the rail and realizing immediately as Twister has the LG out, maybe this is a very bad idea. And Twister pre-fire way too early, letting Ince get in on the item easily. And questions in chat. Is this the first time Ince has been playing this game? I don't know, but Twister making it look almost that way. Well, it was such a nice start from Ince as well. It's a shame for him to have it slow down so much. But 2 direct rockets by Twister is going to shut out any momentum that Ince is trying to formulate. Wow, and another direct. And the dots come out again. Ince, you're looking like a fool now. Oh, what? Ince just looks like he's distracted by something in his room. He's just not paying attention. He's getting hit by the most unusual shots. That usually you say, okay, that was a fluke. but it's happening over and over and over again. And Twister looks like he might just take this game away completely. Did Ince get any mega? Someone asked in chat. Let's have a look. He got 1 mega, to answer your question. You will see the scoreboards properly, though, at the end of the map. I don't want to pollute the screen too much with the details. We want to see people fragging instead. Wow, and Ince is just running around. It's so messy, and Ince is laughing at this. The rails that are happening through the gaps in the boxes and the floor. It is just a comedy central at the moment. And even the machine gun coming out from Twister. He's feeling good, and I think he knows that he's got under an insane. And he is delivering right now. Ince is having a lot of more trouble with Twister than he did against Pavel, Sparty, on a Trino. You know, Ince has had solid performances. He almost 2-0'd or 2-1'd Sparty earlier today. And now he's struggling to get just individual frags against Twister. It looks like Twister's warm-up has just been paying off. First he played against Neutrino, then he played against Pavel, and then against Sparty. And now, well, looks like Ince is just feeling his wrath. Oh, nice rail there. Ince finally getting something. It took a while, but he got there. Now what can he do after that is the question. Some LG ammo trotter. Watch out for these rockets. One of these directs. Okay. Fair enough, Twister's just going to throw himself in the acid. That's also another way to go around getting your kills. Yeah, he's going to find Twister. He had the rail out. He's got to be super careful. Nice running by Twister. Speedily getting across. Alright, there's Twister going to be moving back onto that red armor. All the plasma damage is hurting so much. Okay, there's a rail. Another one to get the kill. He's looking for the angle. Trying to. The vertical shot's very difficult. Twister in the end is going to blow himself up on Ince. And he didn't go for the 5 HP balls. There's no 50 either. Oh wow. And there's still a couple of seconds left and Twister just comes barraging through. He knew that Ince was weak. Ince probably shouldn't have been there. He should have backed off a little bit. Looks like this comeback getting shut down, but no, not. Twister, he was on 10 frags earlier. Now he's on 8. Twister, you're doing it wrong. And a nice timely plasma through a teleporter. Pity he couldn't follow up with more of it. Oh, we can forgive him for that. He should be winning this red, and now his stack looking A-OK. 200, 100. Absolutely spectacular. Does need a lightning gun though. It's still dangerously close to score for Twister. You might say 5 frags. It's not a lot on a map as quick as this. Maybe on a map like Sinister or Bloodrun or Lost World, you consider it a fair margin. But this is basically a 30-second rampage. That's how long it would take, really. But this is LG on LG. Twister actually hitting a fair amount. He looks to try and finish it off with a rail. Little does he know, Twister was above a railable amount of health. Oh, just fluffing that shot a little bit. And again, good bit of LG. Now he needs to make his way over to that red armor. He's checking that angle, seeing if he's going to use it. And Ince, he's over near the railgun. He's not going to be able to get red armor. And Twister looking to get the kill now. He can't let Ince get this item. And indeed he doesn't. 9-3 again. Twister's score is going forwards rather than backwards. They're looking to get some damage here, but instead they're going to do an awkward rocket jump. Try and get himself over to Mega. Almost a telefrag then, but Ince comes through and lets him finish off the job. Great damage by Twister off the spawn. Ince not having a hope in hell right there. Standing up for himself. And this should be one more. Twister absolutely obliterating Ince in this series. Although Ince has shown that he's been a bit stronger on toxicity than he was on Furious Heights. To me, it didn't really feel like Ince was that focused, which is a real shame. So, in 2 minutes to go, it looks like the people who are going to qualify through this group stage to the playoffs is going to be Sparty, Pavel, and Twister in that order. Unless Ince, of course, pulls an insane 10-frag comeback in 2 minutes, which is, well, the way we've seen him play, pretty damn unlikely. Excuse me, my voice just gave up on me then. 14-3, and Ince, just a passenger to all the shots that Twister's firing. But off the spawn, he manages to get a yellow, and Twister didn't really have anything on him. He kind of just stood there and took the beating. All Twister has to do is survive. Or just get direct rockets left, right, and center and kill. That's a good alternative. Oh, wow. Oh, no, Ince is going to get it in time. Twister messing up that rocket. And here it is. Is Twister not going to throw this, surely? Oh, Ince. Good angle. Unlucky with the execution. Trying to finish him off a machine gun. Well, he read the stack pretty well. That's a direct rocket. The pummel actually connected there. And denying Ince that LG allowed Twister to get the kill in the end. That very unusual stuff. Twister getting through of this very well. Back to a 10 frag difference now. There are 30 seconds to go. Ince has officially been shut down in the 125 FPS August League. And Twister, he's going to be able to show us more next week, what he's made of. He'll be going to a round of 12 stage along with Pavel, where they'll play one of the other second to third finished places from the other groups. There it is. GG has been called. And Ince can rest easy now. Twister can rest easier, though, having won it 2-0. GG, guys, 19-6 is the final score. Twister looking good. Pick up a load of items. Ince getting some items. Damage, 1,000 behind. I don't know. For me, Ince just didn't look that focused, which is a shame. But we're going to phone him now, and we'll speak to him. We can shout at him a little bit.